Selling naked options? Then you need to understand delta expansion. When volatility spikes, directional risk doesn't rise consistently, it accelerates. In this market measure study, we break down the data on naked puts versus spreads and show how managing early can dramatically reduce that directional exposure.
Directional risk for naked and defined strategies.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So, sponsored by the CBOE. We got both the CBO. CBO. We've got both our sponsors in the house today.
That's right.
So converting a naked position to a risk-defined strategy not only helps reduce buying power, we're going to get on the first slide here, but it also reduces the directional risk, right? So smaller delta is going to mean slower P&L changes reacting to the underlying price. It's pretty intuitive when you sell a 20 delta versus a 10 delta. 20 delta is going to move a little bit faster here. Jumping to the next slide here, just a discussion on naked options versus spreads here. So naked options and spreads have different delta exposure. The tighter the spread, the smaller the delta the position will have. And so when you're looking at the percentage column, we're just doing this, the percentage of, versus a naked position. So when you're selling a 20 delta put versus like a 20 delta put with a $3 wide wing, you're only using about 10 to 11% of the delta, or at least the delta exposure versus the naked position. So you can see as you get wider, you get more delta exposure. This is an example of just, getting, when we say like a synthetic naked position.
That's correct.
You're in an IRA account and you sell a 20 delta put, to be synthetically naked, you'd buy a 2 or 5 delta put to define the risk. This is just an extrapolation of that to kind of show you how, as you widen out the spreads, you get more directional exposure. So a $10 wide put spread, even though you're selling the 20 delta for each option, for each position, a $10 wide is going to have more of a directional exposure than a $5 wide versus a $3 wide. Even though they're at the same strike and the same really like risk point, you have more directional exposure the wider the spread gets. Next slide here. So when the market falls with a quick increase in implied volatility, your delta exposure is going to move. We're going to get to the next slide here, guys. So it has a significant impact on the option position. So if that happens, do spreads react similarly as naked positions regarding delta change? What we're kind of talking about here is, how much does that position change in delta? With a naked position, it's going to change pretty significantly. You have a 20 delta naked position, it gets to at the money, it's going to be a 50 delta. That's just, how it works.
I think most people trade options understand that for sure.
Of course. When you have a $10 wide spread and it gets at the money, how much change in your directional exposure can you expect? It's going to be a lot lesser. It's going to be just a couple. It's why we talk about how, short put spreads are bullish, but it's not the same bullish.
Much smaller.
It's a much smaller directional assumption. It's more binary based on the price.
That's right.
So jumping to the next slide here, we look at, 08 as kind of our worst case scenario, right? So we're going to look at this as a naked position versus a spread. And what you can see here is you have a huge move in the actual SPY price. I mean, you're going from, it's about a 20 to 25% drawdown in this period of time here. And this is with a huge pop in volatility at a VIX, over 65, which is, very extreme to the extreme as it really gets. Your put spreads, even into that move, the delta really doesn't change. And that's because your options move in similar fashion, especially for tighter spreads. A $3 wide spread, it's basically the same option.
Yeah, it's basically the same.
Especially when volatility expands, we were just talking about gold, selling the 500 versus the 510 call, it's the same option because volatility is so high. When volatility expands,
until you get closer to expiration, and then it becomes, strike significant. Yes.
As volatility expands, the distribution of expected returns widens out. And so those options get way, way closer in expectation, right? So lower volatility, you might be selling a 20 delta put, $10 wide might be a 10 delta. So your 2010, it nets you out 10 deltas. If volatility expands, all else being equal, even if the market doesn't move, that asset doesn't move, and volatility expands, to a much higher value, that 20 delta put that you sold might be a 30 delta or 40 delta, and that 10 delta that you bought might go to a 35 or a 37 delta. You might actually go from having a 10 delta wide put spread to a 3 delta wide put spread, just because volatility expands, and the distribution, Mike used a great analogy of like kind of a umbrella of extrinsic value. It expands and gets wider. Both the deltas are going to increase, and so your overall delta is actually going to decrease. You get more long with a pop in volatility. It's kind of why we target looking at long premium or more directional trades when volatility is low, because if volatility expands, you actually get more directional.
Correct.
Or you get less directional.
You get less directional. Go ahead.
Yes, go on.
You got it. You got it.
Less directional.
Yeah.
Because both of them expand.
That's correct, because you have defined risk. Yes.
So the next question is, how does directional exposure change over a 45-day time cycle over the long term for both risk-defined and undefined risk positions? So to analyze this, we separated the occurrences between winning and losing trades. We conducted an analysis comparing the daily delta exposure using a 45-day 20 delta SPY put and a 20 delta $5 wide put spread. So we're looking at the overall delta exposure as time passes. And this kind of parlays into the option GI from this morning.
So a good back of the envelope way of looking at a vertical spread with the short delta at around 30. If you're looking at a naked option, it'd be 30 deltas. If you go $3 to $5 wide, your delta is going to be 1/10 of that, about 3 to 4 to 5 deltas. So if you have you're taking a stock product that's big, putting it onto a futures product, which is less deltas or shares of stock. You have 30 shares of stock. And then you do a defined risk trade. You're buying one, selling the other. You're reducing that delta again by another 10%, which makes it a very small trade relative to the overall product. We just talked about bonds, how big their notional value is. When you break that down to the tick size, it's relatively small amount of money. But then when you look at the tick size, it's relatively big to what you're used to trading. So everything has its kind of yin and its yang to it.
For sure.
Please continue.
So in winning trades, the delta expansion and difference between two strategies are relatively small, as the positions are primarily out of the money when profitable. So here, the important part to understand here is that as the trade stays out of the money, your put spread is probably not going to change much in delta. It's based mostly on volatility, mostly on time decay.
Right.
Your short put, where you're naked, is going to change pretty significantly as time passes. So you get, all else being equal, you get less directional as time passes. So selling the 20 delta put today and the market doesn't move after a week, you're only going to be long, 15 deltas the next time. So you get less directional as time passes anyway. It further kind of extrapolates out the idea that, even selling puts, even though you're directionally bullish, is more about the volatility and time decay than it is about the direction. You're not looking for the asset to go up necessarily. You're looking for it to go kind of nowhere / up, but vol to come in and time to pass. That's really what this visual represents here. On the flip side, when you get to losing positions, this is where things change, right? So you're winning trades, whether it's the stock going up, down, or sideways, those winning trades, you'll see delta decrease. For losing positions, naked puts tend to experience quicker delta change expansion compared to spreads. This goes to what we were talking about and what we looked at with that crash scenario in 2008. When volatility comes into the picture, even though the asset itself comes down significantly, you don't really get more directional. You're not really buying the dip there. You're still the same long delta as you started with. With naked positions, you do get a lot bigger delta. And so, going to managing our positions, a reason why we look at managing positions is because the same sort of thing happens with your losing positions. At a certain point, the change of your delta gets a lot greater. You can see after the 21-day mark, that it gets a lot more steep in terms of your directional exposure. For the first couple weeks, you get that downside move. Your 20 delta put, can only go to 50, 60. Even if it's in the money, it might be a 60 or 70 delta. It's not going to 90 delta. But as time passes, it's going to drift more directionally.
Because time has value. So they grow teeth, right? I mean, like you have a position, like I said, is relatively small. You cut your delta by, to 10% of what the naked option would be. Then all of a sudden, when you get closer to expiration, that 10% becomes 20, 30, 40, 50, and in some cases, even closer to 60, 70, or 80% of what the naked option would be, depending on how much volatility there is in the product. If there's more volatility in the product A with a 50% monthly implied volatility at the money or just out of the money spread might be trading for 3 or 30 or 40% of the width of the strikes. If you go to a product that has, like a bond product right now that has maybe a 10 or 15 or 20% implied volatility, that same width spread is going to be trading for half of that as opposed to delta risk. So it all comes down to the implied volatility of the product itself. Takeaways, please.
Yeah, so the delta exposure difference between naked positions and spreads may be small for winning trades. So, winning trades, the stuff that works, there's not much of a change in your delta exposure. You'll see different exposure when things are not winning trades. When you have short naked positions, delta moves a lot quicker, and especially when it becomes in the money. For spreads, though, they don't move all that much. So your 3 or 4 delta spread is going to be 3 or 4 deltas, even if it gets at the money. You're not really getting more long. The value of the position gets bigger, but the directional assumption doesn't. Thanks for watching. If you want more context and more ways to think about markets, check out more of our videos. And don't forget, give us a like, comment, subscribe, and watch Tasty Live.